My wishes for your college graduation, Matt, are that you just continue to be your authentic self and pursue this life that you deserve to live. You have had to be resilient and strong and overcome so much adversity in your life from very young that I just wish that you take a step back and realize what you've done, how far you've come, and what many others in your shoes haven't been able to do. That took a lot of determination and hard work on your part, but don't let it stop you there, because you have a lot left in you to give.
My wish is for you, Matt, that you're gonna rock it. So get out there and do it. I love you.
My wish for Matt as he graduates college is that he recognizes what he's accomplished, how hard he's worked, and how much he's earned this. And that he remembers, how much we all love him, and how big of a part of our lives he is, and we're his biggest fans. And he's going to go on to do great things.
My biggest wish for Matt as he graduates is that he takes some time for himself. He's worked so hard and put school first for so long, and it's impossible to give from an empty cup. So it's time to fill up your cup, boo.
My wishes for Matt as he graduates are that he continues to dance to the beat of his own drum, and to always do, there's a puppy chewing on my toes, to always do everything he's ever wanted, and to remember that he is capable of greatness and nothing can stop him from doing what he wants. And I know he knows that, and I can't wait to see what he does.
Matthew, my wish for you as you graduate college is that you get out and explore this big wide world and experience everything that it has to offer before you settle down and become the very mature, responsible adult that you have grown into. It's crazy to think that the teenager that put us through the ringer ended up being one of the most responsible young adults that I've ever known. But here you are, and I just hope that you go out and experience life and live in new places and experience new things and try new foods and meet new people, all these things before you settle down and become what it is that you are meant to be. I love you. I am beyond proud of you. Words just don't say enough. But I wish you all the love in the world and the very best.
Famous. When I first met Matt, that's what I thought he was going to be. Even though he was a new boy walking into a cheer gym, I could tell he could command the attention of that room unlike anybody else I had ever met. I didn't know exactly what he was going to be, but I knew he was going to do it big. He was going to do it unlike anybody else, and he was going to make some amazing changes.
When I first met Matthew, I thought he was going to grow up to be a marble maker. I love you, Matt. Congratulations.
When I first met Matt, I had no idea what he was going to do or be, but I figured it'd probably be something in the area of like fashion or performance, something like that.
When I first met Matt, it was probably the worst possible time in his life to judge where he was going. 14 was rough, but one thing's for sure, I definitely thought he was going to be famous, which he was kind of famous there for a while.
All right, so I was 6 when I met Matt, and I'd be lying if I said I remembered that day, but I've always felt pretty strongly about where I thought he would end up, and I can tell you with 1000% certainty that it was not this. I was always very certain that Matt would end up in some sort of entertainment industry role. He would be performing and entertaining humans somewhere, because that is absolutely what I thought he did best, but he is a man of many tricks, so.
When I first met Matthew, I'm not sure that I knew what he would be. He was only about 6. But it wasn't too many years later that I think I figured that Matthew would always become some sort of performer. Maybe travel the world on a cruise ship and perform, or join Cirque du Soleil. But you know, he's always loved being the center of attention and hearing the crowd scream for him. And I guess I felt like that was probably where his path would lead him. I had no clue that he would become a scientist.
In 10 years, I see Matt as having completed a master's program, which may be rolling your eyes now, but I think after you've had a long enough break, you're gonna be itching to go back. I see you in a cute little quaint hippie house with a big yard, giant garden, big enough for some dogs to run around in. Maybe a kid, although you gotta slow down long enough to actually have a wedding. I see, for some reason, I see you teaching in some capacity, even if it's just like an adjunct instructor through a PhD program or something. I just see you being fulfilled by being able to work with others within your passion.
In 10 years, I think I could see Matt teaching biology and chemistry at a community college. I could also see him teaching at a university. I could also see him running a lab at either of those places. And then there's this whole other career possibility of running a statewide program for homeless youth. All of those things I think he might enjoy and be passionate about and be really good at. But I think he might go for the first, because then he could be home raising his kids and being in the garden all summer. If you teach at a community college, it's much better work-life balance, which I think he'd be going for.
Where do I picture Matthew in 10 years? I get this picture of some evil scientist in a lab coat doing evil things in a laboratory. Good luck with that, Matt.
Matt's going to be with me, and he will probably be working in some research capacity. It's going to be something unique, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm excited.
In 10 years, I picture Matt being done with his master's. Now you can do it, Bill. Owning his own home where he has this cute little garden, working his dream job, and living his best life because all his hard work is paid off.
In 10 years, I see Matt probably still in Eugene, very happily. Him and Patrick probably have purchased their first home. He probably has a beautiful garden, and he is working somewhere doing something that I honestly can't understand. But he's making the world a better place through science and through just being him.
Where do I picture Matthew in 10 years? Probably working at some prominent institution of higher education, doing whatever scientific research it is that Matt does. Unfortunately, I don't fully understand it all, but I think that he will be a lifelong academic. And on a personal point, I think he'll probably be traveling a lot by then. But I also think that he is a homebody at heart, and so I could see him owning a beautiful home with lots of plants and maybe some more animals and lots of love surrounding him. So I think he will be living his best life in 10 years.